Hey Benjamin. Yo. Sorry, one sec. I'm restarting my laptop over here because I need it to see the chat while I'm drawing. For some reason, it's acting funky. Must have been an update that it published. And then we're gonna draw a cloud. Yeah, there it is. It was an update. I'm good, man. How are you? We played Final Fantasy VII yesterday. I was waiting to play it like all week, so that was fun. Had some technical difficulties with the audio. And then today we're gonna get into some drawing, so I'm in a good mood. How are you doing? You're fine? Why does it when people say that they're fine, it sounds like they're not fine? It's like the minimum bar for, like, I'm doing okay. But, like, it's borderline. Hi, Silver. You arrived on time. Yes, you did. Give me 1 sec. I'm just putting water in my cup. Alright, perfect. Ready to go. Doing good today. You're fine is the most scariest thing you can hear nowadays. Yeah, Benjamin, why are you fine? You should be more than fine. Oh, so today I'm gonna be trying this out. Mostly because I saw some of the artists that I like using it, but I turned on the stabilizer, which I normally have at 0. But I was thinking about it. It is a little weird that the cursor like follows the arrow now. That's gonna be weird. But I was thinking about it, and you know, when you draw on the screen, there's kind of like the algorithm of what's happening, right? And there may be some inconsistencies just from using it. So the stabilizer, without being too much to like overcorrect your lines, may actually be helping. And so I'm gonna use it a little bit. It's really not doing much. It should just like ever so slightly correct like little wobbles that are happening. Starting it today off by learning. What are you learning, Silver? Yeah, the difference between the stabilizer at 10, what it is right now, versus 0 is like, I don't know if anybody or many people could see except for me. There's gonna be like 200 people watching in 20 minutes. Not quite. I'm learning how to improve my lifestyle. Interesting. As well as study human anatomy for a career. I'm intrigued. Push that leg back far enough. Or this one for that matter. They're from England, by the way. Oh, nice. How is it in England right now? I've never been to England. I always wanted to go though. Big head there we go. Alright, I think we have a good base to start from. Well, it's kind of built on the upper body, like a triangle shape. A little bit like more so than it's like a slim upper body strong guy. Usually I think the lines would be about here. He's kind of a little bit more wide. It may be slightly exaggerated, but yeah. Don't come to Marsk. Boring. 8 people now picking up the pace. Yeah, it's back down to 3. I think I made a mistake by using that same thumbnail with the Play Final Fantasy. I should have changed it. Alright. From Florida, theme might not have been what you were going for. Yeah, it might be killing me. You learn a lot of stuff when you start streaming, you know. What to do, a lot of what not to do. Like right now, people who even usually join could think I'm playing Final Fantasy again instead of drawing and not wanting to join. Or vice versa. They wanted to come for a drawing and they think that's not what I'm doing. It's not. Right. Hey John, I'm Joni. I love Cloud. We're giving him a shot. I've never drawn him before. I'm gonna tuck this in a little bit more. Feels like it's making his neck a little extra big. Yeah, Cloud is pretty cool, not gonna lie. Let's go tap over a little bit more. He has got a big arm, although I guess that's not surprising considering his sword. And a little bit, give him more of a waist. Saja. I'm just trying to deal with some of Cloud's hair at the moment. Why'd you delete your messages? That's okay. Okay, I'll do that. I think that mostly looks like him. Notification didn't alert me. Oh, that's weird. It's alright though. You're here now. My camera off? Oh. It's just on the wrong layer. Thanks. Thanks for letting me know. Oh, Keanu. Out of the small details. Late to the party. That's all good. Doing a lovely job on Cloud here. Well, it's not bad. I do say so myself. Nailed the hair pretty well. Yeah, I was pretty happy about that. His hair, I think, could be a little taller. I think I probably gotta go back here and make it like just a little bit spikier. But yeah, I was pretty happy about that. The onion bloom hair. looks taller because the head is a tad smaller. Oh. I think his torso is also a little wide, and that was my mistake. Like right here. Needs to be like here a little bit. And then I would have to fix this. Something like that. Party's pretty empty today. Yeah, I mean, that's gonna happen. Yeah, I did flip it when I was working on the, whatchamacallit? The, like, figure wireframe, like, looking like this. I think sometimes, like, when I'm doing the head, and I draw the head out, and it looks okay, right? However, if you do this, it still looks like a misshapen head, but I think that the head is fine, and then you start drawing those internal shapes, right? And then you start realizing like, oh, this is too far. This is not far enough. And it's like only until after you've done more detail do you see what you've done. So that's just what happens sometimes with my figures. I think well, no, his legs are actually pretty accurate. His torso is just a little long. But I can see it. It's okay. Ugh. Just gonna draw a little hand in here. Easier to see how drawing is turning out when it's more finished. Yeah. I feel like you get more of a, you get more of a sense as you get better, right? Like what it's gonna look like even if it's this stage. But when you still aren't sure about proportions and everything like that, like it's not until you get here where you're like, oh, everything is fucked up. He needs to be slimmer. Shove that in. It needs to be less tall. Bring his feet up. And that's why a lot of people end up, you know, taking out the lasso tool and pumping him up a little bit so he feels a little bit nicer. Which you should really just be redrawing that because you're just going to teach your brain to do it the wrong way. I'm just gonna opt to say he has a long torso for this. So it's not the greatest way to handle this, but you know. Oh, go back. I'll just draw it like this. Yeah, because my focus is not really. I mean, it should always be a good idea to just do good proportions and stuff, but I am just trying to like not bother with that today. So I'll do my best. I know that it's screwed up. You gotta have that Super Saiyan mindset. He looks more mature in your drawing. Could be the spacing. A lot of times if you like I'll continue this drawing. For age, the bigger the eyes and the closer together the spacing of the features of the face, the younger you can make your character look. So vice versa, if you spread out the features, make the eyes smaller, you can make them look more aged. And then you obviously add like wrinkly bits here and there, and making it so that the skin is drooping and things like that. Am I gonna color? Hey, Jino. No coloring. We're keeping this sketch only today. But probably we'll want to do a couple illustrations, like just because the game is awesome. This girl is just really detailed. I'm not gonna go into all that. smaller eyes, longer faces, bigger nose are key traits of making someone look older. Also, a longer distance between the nose and the upper lip tend to make a character look older. Yeah, no, exactly. I didn't know that bit about the... Well, I mean, I guess it's the same thing, roughly. I should know what that looks like. It's fine. This and Will Zipper. Okay. Not bad. For the first character drawing, I think. Pop a little texture here with the sweater. Belt. Not entirely sure what this is, but okay. Yeah. Some people add shadows in their sketches, it's normal. Yeah, no, he's right. Actually, it's good practice to shade while you're sketching. It's not a bad thing at all. I mean, even if your drawings get messy, that's okay as long as you clean it up. I mean, you can literally argue the same thing about like sketching. Like some people move from this stage to complete line work without like, you know, bumping in a new layer and doing stuff, and they're just cleaning up their sketch. Shigenori Soejima does that with, if you've seen him draw, like he does all the Persona stuff. If you find a video of him, he will literally go from sketch to clean like lines and like shading all in one. He doesn't like build a new layer or something or try to do things very cleanly. He just moves from like messy sketch to clean shading. Yeah, I personally don't like that when artists have 2 to 3 stages of sketching. It's just, it feels like a lot of unnecessary. That's why I said I think shading during your process is kind of good practice. Because if you're doing like multiple stages of like just sketching, and like this is your messy stage, and you're gonna go do like you're gonna I can't do a low opacity version of this, but you're gonna drop people normally do like this, right? And then how do I drop the opacity? I've never done that. Oh, okay, there we go. And then you're gonna come in here and fix this up and make it a little bit better. Right, this is, and then do another like line work layer on top of that. It just becomes excessive. You're just not deciding. You're not making decisions. You're just kind of exploring, but then you're I forget the word for it. My teacher used to say this. You're kind of like lazily exploring in the way that you're not trying to do anything. You're just like, it's just kind of, you're moving your pen hoping it leads to something interesting rather than thinking critically and designing. Typically, that's just your opinion. If whatever way a process works for an artist, then that's fine. No, I'm not saying that it's bad for artists to do that. I'm saying that I don't like to do that personally, because I think that ends up being a waste of time, because you're just, I mean, if you literally are just doodling, it depends on what your purpose is, right? If you have work and you're trying to do something, and you're just hoping something appears and you're redrawing and redrawing, it's not really helping you. You need to change gears. If you're just doodling for doodling's sake, like, go ahead and make 6 sketches of the same thing. Who cares? I didn't say it was lazy. I had like 2 epiphanies 2 days ago. If I was, I don't know what that is. Jayan Jaya? You know me by now. Yeah, no, I didn't say it was lazy. If it came across that way, I'm sorry. But, no, I just don't think it's... I guess I don't know. Maybe I'm just not articulating it well because I don't really know how to articulate it. I fuck around and find out on my canvas because I'm a god in the paper. I wouldn't recommend a process like that, I'll put it that way. Like, I wouldn't want to do it that way by doing multiple sketches and constantly overlaying them, and I wouldn't recommend something like that. I'd be telling people, like, if you're on your third layer of sketch, like sketch over, I'd be like, something is missing. And you're just like doodling for doodling's sake. Like, you're trying to find something, so you need to change gears to help you figure out what you're figuring out. Because just randomly exploring and relying on luck is not what designers do. We do get lucky sometimes. Let me move this down. We do definitely get, what do we call it? Happy accidents a lot. Hey, Keel. But if your purpose is to create something, like you have a project and you're trying to create a character or something, like hoping that something just comes out of nothing, like there are ways to point yourself in a direction so that you can explore one direction and then go to a different one, instead of just hoping that something comes out by just randomly scribbling. Again, it depends on your purpose. If you're just doodling around, you can go ahead and do whatever you want. I purposely, I'm not really much of a doodler, and maybe that'll change as I get better. I like to have a purpose to what I'm doing. Does hair grow that far down the neck? Yes, I believe so. Look at people who have mullets. Although I would say a lot of that is just hanging off of the neck, so. Yeah, I think it does. Depends on the person, maybe? Mine goes down here. It's probably a little excessive. Some people have hairy necks. Don't hair shame people. Anime hair. I was more in the context of a clean shaven, smooth, flawless skin, white blonde guy. Yeah, no, it is curious. I mean, I don't think typically hair grows down that far. Because usually when I do like a basic hair thing, it goes down like to like here maybe. And his is probably gonna go down here. There's like an extra. Yeah, I don't think hair grows down that far usually. I don't know if I've never seen anybody with hair that's grown down like that before, so I'd be curious to know if someone actually has hair like that. With me. Okay. Order from the side. Maybe he's 1% horse and has a mane. It's possible. super interesting. It is coming out alright though. Raise the chin a bit. Tone changed? Sorry, you didn't like it, Silver. I always had a problem with my sketches. I didn't understand why they weren't as good as others, even when I cleaned up searching lines. Then I had an epiphany, it was the line variation. Others used that naturally while they sketched even before any line art. And yours was flat. I mean, line variation certainly helps with a final sketch, for sure. I don't think people do it naturally. Like, it's a learn. People learn that. Just keep his eye there for a second. Oh, the cloud had an earring. I've not been paying attention. not bad. Didn't follow the neck, but it's all right. Should I? That's all right. Hi, Rio. There's one thing that every artist has to face, and that's the ugly stage, because the artwork will occasionally look like ass, but it's still not finished. Oh my god. Let me tell you, that ugly stage, I've wanted to beautify, and I think this is true for all artists, but we always want to beautify every stage, even the ugly stage. And unfortunately, you just don't do that until you're like crazy good. Where like literally every mark you put down is just like a masterpiece. There are so few artists that make it there. And until you, especially as a beginner, like your shit is gonna look so ugly in the beginning, and you'll be able to miraculously like turn it around, and you almost have to. You have to remind yourself that like I've done this before, because you start in such a terrible place. So you're just like, I can fix this. Like it won't be terrible. That ugly stage is so hard. It's a mental block more than anything. And at a certain point, you will be rewarded for it, because you'll just know so much that like placing down one, little shape of paint or one line will just automatically like be great, because you've drawn it like a gazillion times. Pretty good, Rio. How you doing? I'd rather deal with ugly stages than to become a master in every brush stroke I make, because if I aim for that, I would get nothing done. Well, they don't aim for it, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what you're saying, is like not to worry about the ugly brush strokes. I'm just saying, when you get that good, like you know so much that it's almost effortless. I mean, I'm sure they see their work and all their flaws still too, but for everybody looking at their work, it looks like a flawless masterpiece from like 1 or 2 lines. Yeah, exactly. Anybody who's really good, they see all the flaws in their work in the same way that you do. So it's no different. That feeling does not go away. You're always going to be better up here than you are on paper. And like, it's not going to be quite the same. Like, you're not going to have pieces and you're going to be like, oh, well, I completely suck ass and I'm terrible at this. Like, you're going to know that your pieces are good, but you're also going to see the flaws that other people can't see. And you're going to, like any other time, you're going to want to improve on them. Okay. I'm going to take a tiny break. We've got Cloud action going on here. This is fun. I actually did a decent job with Cloud there. I was scared because of his hair. Let me make sure I'm... Oh my god, Is my face back on the screen, guys? It looks like it's there on one of the... Oh yeah, it is. Okay, just making sure. My head's here. You pay attention to your drawing, you'll gradually get better instead of totally ignoring that. Yeah. Yeah, no, of course. Paying attention is definitely key. Okay, you can see me. Good. Hey, Tara. How's it going? Never saw someone hate his work more than him. Miyazaki? Oh, yeah. I didn't know he hated his work. I mean, it's true for all artists, but I didn't know he expressed it publicly. just made it in, ready to learn. We just did some Final Fantasy stuff, as you can see. Beautiful cloud. And up next we've got Barret. I saved some Aerith stuff too, but we barely saw her in the game, so, and we probably don't have enough time, but we'll go to Barret. I do not know how that machine gun arm is gonna go. Oh, we'll try. He's got a lot of straps too. It's gonna take some time. Sephiroth? Not yet. I guess we did see Sephiroth, huh, didn't we? But no, not today. No Sephiroth today. Where's the flower? You mean from Aerith? Looking amazing. Thank you, Tara. Practicing to get an average phase 1 day. What's a phase 1 day, Ryu? When you've written this whole process, you just see the final result and it looks magical. Yeah, very true. This is pre-meeting Aerith cloud. We'll get there. Draw the weapons of the characters separately beside them. I mean, I can. I'm not sure what the purpose would be. Cloud's weapon is basically just a giant-ass rectangle that gets cut off. And to be fair, Barret's is a cylinder. It just has multiple tiny cylinders in it. Aerith wasn't invented yet. Yeah, exactly. If I do like a Final Fantasy project or something, which probably will happen at some point, I'd probably do their weapons like separately like that or something. Oh, there I am. Cylinder TikTok layered cake. A phase where I can draw an average level in my worst days. Seems like a good phase. Yeah, if you guys remember, I said I'm gonna do some Sword Art Online stuff. Actually, I've been looking through these books to figure out stuff. I had already had these, but I had to get the newest one. But this is Sword Art Online. This was the first art book that Abek did. But I just got his newest book, Wanderers. Lovely book. Buying art books that I can barely afford. But the work in here is awesome. Trying to see. Might be fun to show. I really love this stuff from Aliciaization. One of my favorite things is, if you know Yu-Gi-Oh, the character, his armor. It's so cool. It's blue rose or something armor. You see all the like little rose details. Very cool. Abek is just really good. He does. How's that project going? I basically was struggling to come up with an idea for the longest time, and I've just been drawing in between. without any real direction. But I figured out the idea now, so now it's just putting together, well, starting for one, and then putting together some more specific ideas of the pieces that I want to create. So we'll start creating those together on stream very soon. At the end of the day, I want to be, character designer, illustrator, so I need to be painting a lot more. I think I'm just hesitant to jump back into it, even with all the Bleach stuff, because I know it's always that fear, right? Like, you know you have to do it to get good, but you know you're gonna suck before it happens. So it makes you more hesitant to jump into it. Again, this is why I said I'm the perpetual sketcher, because this is what I do. I'm afraid to go on to that finished line stage, even though you should be practicing at the same time, because otherwise your sketches will get really good and your finished stuff will be down here. If you do it all at the same time, it all levels up together, and it makes it so much harder mentally to like get past the fact that you're like really good at sketching and then you suck at inking or painting. So do yourself a favor if you're still new to everything. Do them all together. Even, finishing a piece that may not look very nice is still beneficial, because you learn stuff out of it. And you may surprise yourself. You may make... I think a lot of times I've surprised myself with, like, I'll do, like, a portrait. I did that with the Bleach portraits that we did. The Rukia one especially was wicked hard. I don't know if it was the pose or something, but I retried it like 3 or 4 times. I did it a couple times on stream and then once by myself. And I saved it with like structure and everything. I was really proud of that. But sometimes you just don't know if you're going to be able to do it. You just got to push yourself. And most of the time I feel like you surprise yourself. You can do a lot more than you think. You're always going to be improving it too. There's very few times where I would say that I tried to improve something and I made it worse. I could make it worse initially, but by the end, you manage to fix it up nice. Many times done is better than perfect. It's important to learn to finish an artwork instead of trying to perfect it forever. Yeah, exactly. Make sure something comes to a finished stage, so you could say this is done. Mentally, that's a really good thing too. Because you either have to, like you said, or perfecting it forever, which is a bad thing to get into, or you never finish anything, which is another bad thing to get to. So both ends, you gotta meet in the middle and call something done. Still struggling with that stage, Rio? Yeah, well, hopefully I'll be an example for all of us. Can get things done, and I can stop just sketching on stream. Like, if you look back on my live streams, there's very few streams where I actually do stuff to a finish. I think we inked some figures, and we did paint some portraits. Well, yeah, I gotta do completed illustrations and characters. Especially if you work in animation or game dev, sometimes you just gotta finish the drawing or colleagues will get annoyed. I haven't had that experience, but I imagine that does happen. My life is work in progress, so why would I worry about finishing stuff? Alright, I think we're gonna need a new layer for Barret. He's a bulky guy. Whew. Okay, let's try it. much bulkier. His head actually might be a little bit smaller than I'm making it right now. We'll see. That's about right. Okay. Chunky legs too. Might have made him too chunky there. Sometimes when I look at really complicated reference, I get really hesitant, the feeling I'd never be able to finish. Does that happen to anyone else? Yeah, of course. Looking at really complicated reference and being super intimidated by it happens a lot. I think after you do it once, which again is like the hard part, right? When you do it once, you can convince yourself that you have done it before. Getting through that one part is largely just fear. When I was at that atelier school, that it seemed impossible to draw stuff. I think getting rid of that first bit of fear is finding that base shape to start from. So like something that used to always intimidate me was you know, the little like the Witcher symbol on the necklace. Maybe this doesn't seem that bad to everybody. It actually seems less intimidating to me now. But it will illustrate a decent example. I need a reference picture. Why? We'll copy that. So this thing used to intimidate the hell out of me. Not that I drew it very often, but like when I would think of complicated subjects to draw, this doesn't intimidate me as much anymore. But basically what I was trying to say, like if you're trying to draw anything really, finding that base shape that just like if you're trying to draw a foot and you know it's going to have a ton of detail, you're going to have toes and I can't draw a foot. It's going to have an ankle and all that stuff. Like this is, it looks complicated, but if you literally just do this, or what I prefer is unless you're trying to deal with gesture, is to actually draw out the, which I was gonna do for this. If you draw out the general shape, kind of like everything that touches like an outside edge. Sometimes it'll poke through. Oops. Come on. Can't draw. Right? So this is like the general shape, and then I would start to break down the internal shape a little bit. And that might require some fixing up of the shape entirely. Cheese wedge feet. Working from big to small, so like, you know, you get those tiny little spikes in there, but then this has like a little bit of an overlap, right? So we want to break that down. Do you see how it's working from big to small? Even if you poke outside this shape or whatever. A lot of artists do this with even the figure. So what we would do for like Barrett's pose here. Oh no, I don't remember what the rotate key is. No! Oh, thank God. Okay. So Barrett's pose is really simple here, but if you have, I'll actually do it here so you understand, but we'll start encapsulating the pose in like a shape. And this also helps with design and stuff too. Right? And that's the shape. And if you, not that I need to do this, but if you do that, he kind of does fit in there, right? It's not perfect. But then you would start drawing those internal shapes. And what helps is if you're looking at the reference and you want to like measure stuff, like I could actually look at where his head meets his shoulder arm there and see that like that's, I messed up that angle and it's actually more like this, right? And now I know that the head stops here and his shoulder stops there. So I can draw the rest of his head in knowing that information and that the muscles mostly go that way. Oh, gotta do stuff? Okay. Sorry, Silver, about your family, but hope you have a good day. If I feel the reference is hard to break down, I try to film a more useful image. There are definitely photos like engines and mechanical stuff with a camera flash that makes a noisy mess. Yeah, I mean, sometimes the reference can be really bad. So I definitely would recommend finding other reference if that's the case. But, you know. Hey, good boy. My dog's saying hi to me. Oh, you're so cute. Yes. This is how I approach things to not be so afraid of them and intimidated. Drawing the outside shape. If you look at the Bard drawings, thank you, Silver. I will stay safe. Safety is my second priority. Hey, no. Oh god. Sorry, hang on, I think Sai froze for a sec. Doesn't happen often, but it does happen sometimes. Come on. There we go. Scoot that one a little bit. Barrett standing with his feet in the concept art angle. Yeah, exactly. This is the most, like, I mean, it is, well, I guess it's not his concept art, but yeah, it is definitely that pose. Let me see this for a second. It feels like he's a little tall. Or maybe it's just this foot. Hey. Leave him with a Mega Man arm for a moment. Okay, I think that's a decent start for him. I remember drawing in that. Oh, in MS Paint. Doing things painstakingly with the mouse, and when I'm nearly at the end, we have a power outage. That sucks. Yeah, no, I've had it hasn't happened very often, but I've definitely had a couple just like crashes when I used to use Photoshop, where it just lost everything. I got into the habit of saving my work just as images, like high-res images at different stages, because I knew if I really needed to, like, it would suck. But if I really needed to, I could lasso the foreground objects and like pull them apart. gonna be a little bit. I think it will be. Buying tiny sunglasses is hard. Man, I would rant so much about working in Adobe programs. This track is jamming. Yeah, it's a good song. Yeah. I really hate Adobe. They're awful. Because honestly, if they didn't like own an entire industry, like just completely stranglehold an entire industry, I would definitely use something else for all of my work. Kind of looks like Blade right now with the sunglasses and the haircut. Had to give him more of a forehead. Right. All right, where do we start? I remembered to flip it this time for. Actually looks not bad flip. So I think we're safe. We are safe. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this time. I have somewhat of a hard stop at 10:30. I gotta go run some errands today. Looks like we ran out of music. Go back a couple songs. I will definitely finish him though. Saving is important every step of the way. I lost many good drawings. One I remember especially was a huge dragon. It felt like someone smashed a sledgehammer into my glass heart when the power went out. I'm sorry. Yeah, that is a super bummer. I would hate for that to happen to anyone. haven't a lot of lost stuff from that, but a lot of my oldest digital drawings are lost because Mom told me to save them in the lowest resolution. I can save them on floppy disks. Oh my gosh, that's really funny. Sorry about your work. I don't mean to be laughing. It's just funny someone would suggest to save your work on floppy disk. I mean, how would you know? Not knowing where our technology is headed, right? It seemed like a good policy probably at the time. I got a little screwed up somehow, but that's alright. Not all artists keep their old sketchbooks. I know people who hate their old stuff, so they set it on fire. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't set my sketchbooks on fire. Still got them. Your mom didn't have the heart to tell you about the floppy disk thing, so 25. Oh gosh. I'm thankful my parents. I mean, I don't have my early sketchbook because I wasn't like seriously pursuing art or anything. I was just doodling, and I didn't know it was like a career path. But once I started for real, my parents told me to keep everything, so I was thankful for that. I'm gonna have to stop there, guys. Barrett's coming out pretty good though, and Cloud came out cool looking as well. So I'm happy with how it's going. I'm not so terrible at clothes, at least as much as I thought. Although I'd argue I really haven't had to draw any folds or anything, except maybe his pants real quick. Proportions were a little screwed up. Barrett's proportions are better. So, learning new things. Very fun. Alright. You guys have a good day. Jack, thank you. Anybody else who's still here. There's a saying in our culture, students should devote themselves to studying. Art wasn't really something. Yeah, I mean, I think that's true. Maybe it's not culturally, but I think that's true in society. Like, most people didn't want their kids studying art. So they thought it was, you know, that whole starving artist mentality was passed down just culturally through everything. Hey, Tara. Yeah, have a great day, guys. But I think the stigma has passed a little bit. Although now with the AI stuff, it's just like our career is destroyed. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully regulation comes and it won't be as bad. Darth Vader next time? Maybe we should have another one of those chat tells me what to draw streams. I could do that. You know what? I see something that I want to fix real quick. His head is just angled inwards. His head is big, makes him look slim. me see. Oh damn, you know, you're probably right. I didn't notice that. Thank you, Vor. Yeah, this is Barrett. He's the guy that was in our party the other day. The only guy. AI coming for everybody's job. Yeah. He's the leader of the resistance group, I think, right? Yeah, hopefully, I feel like AI is going to push everybody to create smaller studios and create really cool community projects, so we'll see what happens. I feel like you're going to lose a lot of the talent at the studios, and it's going to be a lot of garbage stuff coming out of the studios. But again, we'll see. Alright guys, have a good one. I'll catch you all later. Have a good weekend. Bye.